Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and don't go breaking my heart. Kamala won't break my heart. I usually don't go and do victory dances. I usually don't start out chipper when somebody's on the downtrodden, but say goodbye to Kamala Harris and her chances. Not that I thought that she was actually going to be able to do this thing. Oh, we got to get rid of the this. I always forget. I'm going to do the John Fitch here. Kamala Harris drops out of the presidential race. How awesome is that? It's a gravy train with biscuit wheels. And let me tell you why. Number one, not because she had a chance. She never had a chance. She wasn't electable. Cory Booker, another disingenuous politician that went lockstep with Kamala Harris on just about every issue, he doesn't have a chance either. Pete Bootlicker doesn't have a chance. Even Sleepy Joe, who really is revealed to be more and more senile by the day, biting his wife's fingers, talking about his hairy legs and children on his lap. All right? Kamala, however, if I can say one thing, she is a very, very conniving, cunning member of the lower rung of the predator class. She's a minion for them that is out there to take time away from Tulsi Gabbard and, real issues. Not just Tulsi, but real issues that concern us so that we don't have to talk about Syria and Afghanistan in a real manner. You understand? That backfired when they did that, and Tulsi was able to take her down. Now, the official reason is that she doesn't have enough money. Now, these establishment candidates that they've put out, they've kind of been successful. When I say they, I'm talking, again, about that predator class that wants to keep the status quo. All right. First of all, you had how many debates? 2 separate debates with 20 plus candidates. All right, where they had to break them down into 2 separate nights. Now, I think the most Tulsi Gabbard has been allotted in any of these has been about 12 minutes. Even Bernie Sanders, who I'm not a huge fan of, has kind of been marginalized. Who are they pushing? They're pushing Joey B., Joe Biden, and Grandma Oatmeal, Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren also completely unelectable. Now, are they positioning Kamala Harris to get behind one of these candidates? That may be the case. I've always said that she may be a running mate of one of these establishment types and kind of slip her in that way. I mean, imagine how nightmarish a Cory Booker, Kamala Harris ticket would be. Booker's probably the next to go. Pete Bootlicker has a lot of billionaire backers. And he's, in my opinion, out of the establishment candidates that are up there, all right, he's up there to sound and look good and promote their agendas. And what do I mean by their agendas? I mean globalist agendas such as carbon taxes and the idea that, we need universal health care. I would assume that, there's a lot more out there. Staying in Afghanistan, even though he says we're going to get out. He played the Kurds in the Turkey card. So Kamala Harris out is a big deal. What did they give Tulsi last time? Like 10, 11 minutes tops? Now, in the next debate, she's going to have to get 15 to 20. And remember, Tulsi Gabbard was trending earlier in the week. Why? Because she was being censored. They were actually saying that Kamala Harris and Cory Booker were polling way above her. Okay? No GPS data says she told Juicy Smollett to commit fraud for her Lin Ching bill. I don't know. I know you're talking about Jesse Smollett, and I know that they do have a connection. Listen, Kamala Harris is as dirty as it gets. She slept her way to the top. Let me repeat that. She slept her way to the top. And I'm not trying to come down on people that use their sexual prowess to elevate themselves into society. But it's not like she slept with non-married men, right? Right, Kamala? Isn't that right? Willie Brown's mistress? You think that had anything to do with her politically coming up in California? That she was sleeping with the mayor of San Francisco? Willie Brown, Bohemian Grove member. Willie Brown, who got a tip-off not to get on a plane on the morning of 9/11. Confirmed it, then denied it. It's well documented. These are the people that push lies upon you and I while smiling in our face and telling us everything's going to be all right, and that they have a plan and they're looking out for you and your best interests. This woman behind me is looking out for no one's best interests but her own and her master's. Okay? They loved her. They really wish they could have pushed her. They had a t-shirt ready. Remember they staged that Sleepy Joe Biden Kamala Harris feud where she talked about how he voted a certain way and I was one of those girls on the bus. One of the most disingenuous human beings to come into politics and really try to socially climb in some time, Kamala Harris. In a lot of ways, probably would have been more dangerous than Hillary Clinton, if you can believe that. So again, victory lap for the 2020, not the elections themselves, but the conversation, okay? You have to understand, folks, we have limited tools to bring real issues to people. And look, I get it. Tulsi Gabbard's Council on Foreign Relations, a globalist organization. She's a bit of a gun grabber. She has talked about supporting a universal basic income such as Andrew Yang. But Andrew Yang should get some more talking points. At least he's talking about automation. I may not agree with Yang, and I don't like his pandering to Russiagate and climate change and every other stupid talking point they try to put out there, and now Ukrainegate and all that other stuff, and the fact that he doesn't support Julian Assange. These are all big problems, right? But at least he's talking about the future and how dumping money into a carbon tax system that won't work is not the answer, and putting money in our pockets instead of taking away is the answer. And I'm not for a UBI, okay? Life of Brian says, what did they call downtown Willie Brown before he met Kamala Harris? Willie Brown. Oh my goodness. So, again, you have your problems with Tulsi. You have way more problems with Yang. But Tulsi, what is it? She says, listen, I'm going to get rid of the indictments on Assange. I'm going to pardon him. No one else will touch that. Not Amy Klobuchar. Nope. Not Pete Bootlicker. Nope. Not Joey B. Nope. And I know you want to believe in Bernie, but has he spoken out on the actual Assange issue? Correct me if I'm wrong. I know that whistleblower bill is out there, but that would only cover people like Snowden. Because guess what? Julian Assange isn't a citizen of the United States. So he didn't blow the whistle on anything. Instead, he's published documentation as a publisher that has been genuine every time, exposing not only Western governments, but, South American governments and more, okay? And corporate corruption through documentation. The police state. Do you get it? Vault 7, that type of thing. In fact, the OPCW emails that I covered last week, the mainstream media completely ignored it in this country. Tucker Carlson, as far as I've seen, is the only one that covered it. So the more we can get women like this off a stage that millions of people see, and we can get real issues talked about without having some lying, conniving, cunning social climber spew propaganda on behalf of the predator class to try to suppress our freedoms, to try to suppress our voices, to try to suppress a movement in which the people can rise up against the true tyranny out there, which is, again, we could call it the deep state, we could call it the permanent state, but it's the state that allows these wars of aggression to continue in the Middle East, that allows our surveillance state to grow and grow and grow, okay, on behalf of globalism. And this woman, she was nothing more than a puppet. So guys, if you like this and you're so happy like me that Kamala Harris is out of the 2020 race, yes, thumbs this video up. Share it with others. Join the Burmis Brigade. If you're not subscribed, we're doing it 3 to 7 times a day on multiple issues. If you didn't catch last night's Mixed Martial Mindset with John Fitch, please go check it out. We talked about the upcoming Conor McGregor fight that I don't think is going to happen and a lot more. We got an Epstein update today on top of yesterday's that talks about the Dershowitz lawsuit with Virginia Giuffre Roberts. It talks about the supposed hacking by a man who went by the name of Kessler and his connections to what really looked like a intelligence operation. So if you haven't seen that one from yesterday, that one's real important. We're going to do another walk and talk. You saw the snowstorm yesterday. Well, now it's sunny as hell and the snow is everywhere, so it's a bright white glow. Maybe that's the next thing that we do here. But if you like my work, you can check out all of my documentary films as well on this channel in the documentary films playlist. Loose Change, Final Cut, Fabled Enemies. If you don't know about 9/11, they're must-watches. They're free. Go watch them now. And then if you want to see my globalization films, Invisible Empire and New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture, also free right here for you right now. It's the beginning of a new month. We've just started. I want to hit 5,000. Can we hit 5,000 this month? It's Christmas time. You know, let's reach our goal this month. Let's continue to grow. And by month 12, I'm hoping to have an office, interns, and, you know, a way to bring people in. I also have some exciting exclusive Epstein stuff possibly coming up in connection to the Courtney Love information that I put out there about 5 to 8 weeks ago. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. And tomorrow night, I will be on the vigil with Action 4, the number 4 Assange, with Andrew, Steve, Christy, and Taylor. Looking forward to that. With that being said, again, thumbs it up, share with others, sub if you're new. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the flip side. By the way, thank you, John Edgar. Join the fight against mandatory vaccines in Maine. We appreciate the super chat.